What's up, YouTube? It's Leica. I'm back with another video on this wild ride of my spiritual awakening. I was going to get into some scriptures today, but I'm not going to do that because there's something that I want to share with you guys. And what that is that we all are electromagnet beings having a human experience. So with that being said, everything is energy. The energy you give off, the energy other people give off, the environment that you're in, everything aligns in the external, what you experience based off energy. So with that being said, and we were all taught that it's the other way around. The external creates the energy that you give off. And anybody in the 3D will already know, yeah, because if your life or something, unexpected happens, you give off this energy of, I'm mad and blah, 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 blah. And then as we notice, that whole day will start spiraling, not unless you change your energy and say, you know what, that just happened. I'm going to move on with my day and give off this other vibrant energy. And then your day seems to turn out okay. So that is actually proof right there in itself that your internal energy does reflect your external events that happens. So with that being said, I'm going to say this. I've learned that every human being on this earth has a soul contract that we signed up for before we was born. And the Most High wants us to evolve spiritually, mentally, and physically beyond than what we can even fathom, So with that being said, with our soul contracts, we did sign up for pauses. We signed up for certain jobs. We signed up for relationships with certain people. Even though that person is just a soul itself, that particular soul agreed to say, hey, I'm going to be part of this, and this is what I'm going to teach you. Regardless if they hurt you, they broke your heart, whatever the case may be. But there's always a lesson to be learned from souls that you run into. Nothing is by coincidence. Nothing. So on my journey, as you guys know, I was telling you how my life had fell apart, and I'm having a hard time, finding grounding and trying to see where I fit in this second phase of my life. So with that being said, I'm coming to learn that I chose this pause of what I'm going through right now. And at first I'm like, this is just a stupid pause. Why would I choose for this pause? It's just causing me so much heartache and agony and, all of these not so good things. But as time has started progressing along, and I'm starting to see why a soul would choose a pause of this magnitude. Especially when I know my goal is to ascend spiritually beyond what my little mind can actually perceive at this moment. So this will actually teach a soul not only to survive things that are not so nice, but this will teach a soul how to channel your energy through things that are not so nice. And that's what I'm coming to learn. It's not about what I can gain, who I'm going to meet. None of these things matter. What matters is me learning to control my energy when everything in my external is saying lack. Okay, so with that being said, and I've been getting better, don't get me wrong, I still have my ups and downs, my downs where I'm like, you know, but I can say I'm getting a lot better to adapt through this transition. And this is exactly what it is. It's a transition of one end of phase of my life going into the next. And I know this next one is going to be something totally different from what I experienced in my past. For one, I've never ever had to transition going through this type of turmoil. And it's not really turmoil to me anymore. It's more of a teaching ground for me. So if anybody out there is going through something similar, do not think that your life is just crumbling and this is all it is, because it's not. This is your chance to evolve more than what you really think that you're evolving. It's not something that the universe or the Most High is punishing you for. This is for your best interest. Trust me. I know we can't see it. Look, it's a yellow butterfly as I'm telling y'all this. So that's how I know for a fact that this is what I'm telling you it's a game changer. And we just got to remember, as human beings, we are going to feel human emotions. But we got to remember, energetically, we are the Most High. We are of the Most High. We are the Most High pushed out in human form. And He only does things for us, for the betterment of us, not to destroy us. Sometimes we think that, you know, when we don't get what we want or things aren't going as planned, it's for us to be destroyed, and it's not for your destruction. It's actually for your evolvement. Everybody got a place on this earth. Everybody got a mission that they're on to complete in this lifetime, and that's what I'm doing. I am going to complete my mission on earth. I'm starting to remember exactly what it is, and everybody's mission is different, so everybody's awakening is going to be different. I am learning that as well. Everybody's walk is different, and it's a lot more things that I want to discuss on, as far as like relationships and past lives and just all kind of spiritual things. And I just want to make sure that you guys are not giving up hope if you are going through some, you know, transition that seems to be impossible and there's no way out. Remember, nothing's fixed and there's always a way out. Always a way out. So another thing that I wanted to discuss, and what I'm learning about myself, is that I never noticed how much validation that I actually needed from other people, as far as my choices, the path that I took. And that in itself, now that I can see, I don't need anybody's validation for anything that I do, and neither do anyone out there. The only validation that you need is right here, yourself. You know what you need. You know your path. You know your spirit. Even if it looks like it's the wrong choice to somebody else, doesn't mean it's the wrong choice. It's the choice that you made, because there probably is a lesson behind that choice that you need to, you need to learn. So with that being said, I'm starting to see where I lacked confidence on the path that I was taking, or I would lack confidence on my path due to others, people's opinions, and what they think is right for you. And we can't do that. because their path is their path, and they're going to, go on their journey, and vice versa. There could be things that you don't agree with on someone else's path, but that's not saying that they're on their wrong path. They're doing what their soul signed up for. So there's no judgment here. It's all love. Everything is love. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to learn to create this bubble and stay in my bubble, and allow other people to walk their path as I walk mine. And I don't mind walking on the side of you with your path. No judgment here, because again, it's your path, your decision, your lessons that you need to learn, not the other way around. And with this awakening, I'm starting to realize and starting to feel I don't give a damn what other people think. I feel like that is a control mechanism on some people's behalf, manipulation, and judgment. And nobody here, again, is perfect. So all the judgment and, people nagging at you and, oh, I don't think you're doing it right, or you should have did this, or you shouldn't have messed with that person, or, this and that. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm starting to learn to let that go on one ear and out the other. Because again, this is my path, my journey. Nobody can tell me what my soul needs. Okay? And at this point, my soul done took over. So whatever path I'm on, trust me, it's going to be the right one for me. And you guys need to do that as well. And that is part of the energetic clearing that I'm learning. Stop giving a damn of what other people think. And that in itself is liberating, because you don't have this external weight on your shoulders. Oh my goodness, am I going to do it right? I might disappoint this person, or oh man, is this person going to think this and that? No. And then another thing that I'm learning is about myself is I always have a feeling that I want to be needed when I'm all I need. I'm all I need. And when I know that I'm all that I need and starting to love myself more, you attract the right people in the right path. You start aligning with your true self. And the spiritual awakening journey, that's what it's all about, y'all. It's about learning who your true self is without external validation from anybody else. Just what you are, what you came here on earth to do, and to love yourself and to love others with no judgment. Because again, they're on their own separate paths. They're on their own separate paths. And I'm starting to realize that. And that's what life is about. About us evolving to our highest timelines in this lifetime. And I want to go to the highest of the highest timeline. Because as a joke, Earth is ghetto. And I don't want to come back here after this lifetime. I want to be up there in the little spiritual realm, whispering little nudges, to other people and helping them on their journey. And then I have noticed that these videos that I'm doing is more likely part of my journey. I'm letting y'all see the real me authentically with no filter, okay? Some of the things that I'm sharing with y'all, I haven't even shared with anybody. And we just gonna continue on this journey. I'm gonna think about the next video to see if I'm gonna bring out some more scriptures, because like I said, it's a ton of them. And we're gonna get it cracking on those. But in the meantime, I did want to share this with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Love y'all. And remember, non-judge. Don't judge anybody, and nobody should be judging you. Your path, your journey, your soul's mission. That's it, and that's all. See y'all.